Bach Tower Gardens, a 250-acre bird sanctuary with this singing tower right in the middle of Central Florida. Stay tuned to hear why you need to visit this special place. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show. David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. Welcome to the show about Bach Tower Gardens in Lake Wales, Florida, just 1 hour south of Walt Disney World, a great day trip from the world or anywhere you're from in Central Florida. It's truly a special place. I'm here right now with the Singing Tower with a 60 Bell Carillon right behind me. I'm going to tell you about the tower, about the gardens. It's been around since 1929. As I do that, I'm going to show you some pictures I took when I was there. I was just there on Tuesday of this week. And then I'll show you some video tours, some footage I took when I was there. And I took so much great footage and really enjoyed the place. I said, you know what? I need to do a show just about this place. And they even have a spooky hill nearby you have to hear about. So a lot going on in Lake Wales, Florida. If you don't know where Lake Wales is, it's really just due south of Orlando. This is orange grove country. Certain times of the year, you're going to see the big orange refractories in full steam pumping out orange juice. And a lot what you see from this area, Bach Tower, right behind me here, the highest point in Florida at 295 feet, is a lot of orange groves. That's what was there when this place was built. So I'm going to go into pictures first, and I'm going to talk about the history of this wonderful place. And stay tuned at the end. I'm going to tell you when and how you visit this place, because there's certain times you want to go. We were very fortunate to arrive just when a singing concert was happening, where the bells go off at the tower. They go off every hour, but only twice a day is there truly a concert of the bells, the 60 Bell Carillon. If you don't know what Carillon is, it's a monster bell system in towers. There's one in Iwo Jima in DC where I lived. I used to hear that all the time, and I got to enjoy the bells of this tower too. As always, please like this wherever you're watching it. We're on numerous channels today. Leave a comment. Tell me if you've been to Bach Tower. Does this kind of stuff interest you? This is more of my episodes about the kind of niche Florida and niche places to see when you're traveling. And this place is very safe. A lot of social distancing, if that's still what you're all about in today's day and age of travel. And like wherever you're watching this, please follow our Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel and subscribe to that channel. And I'll play some slides right here before I go into the pictures. Our today's show is brought to you by Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency, of which I'm an owner. If you appreciate the content we put out, please support us by booking your next trip to Florida, Walt Disney World, or anywhere in the world through myself, or if you're friends with Skip Shear or so many other agents. That really does support our efforts there. Done 3 shows this week, 2 of them about Disney and 1 related to Disney, because again, this is a good side trip from the world if you're into the theme parks of Central Florida. All right, so let me go into the pictures here. I got a bunch to show you, and I am going to talk about the history of this place. So Bach Tower in Lake Wales, Florida was founded by Edward Bach. He was the editor of Ladies' Home Journal back in the 1920s. And with his funds, he lived in the area and said on the highest ridge, he loved to build a bird sanctuary. And with that, he decided on this highest point, this Iron Mountain where this tower is now built. By the way, I got to do a side tangent because here I couldn't take a video because people were there, but this is the garden, the Hammock Hollow Children's Garden. And I want to tell you about this right now because I have about 10 pictures coming up. This is a children's garden like no other. That's a quote from the staff there, and I had to repeat it because I've never seen anything like this. We had Children's Museum in Connecticut where I grew up, but this thing's amazing. I was playing with the instruments in here. So this is the part I had to kind of do a tangent for because I don't have a video of this because I didn't want to do video with a lot of people kind of looking at me for privacy reasons. But this is a super cool children's garden that's part of Bach Tower Estate and Bach Tower Garden. So keep that in mind when you go there. It's a great place for kids, very educational. During the school year, they have school field trips nonstop. And again, I'll show it in a second, not to block out the content. But this is the Hammock Hollow Children's Garden. Very well done, award-winning, very professional, and super impressive. So again, give me a comment in the chat. Look at that super bird's nest just to hang out. It's very artwork worthy, very impressive. So that's part of the experience when you go there. We were there on a Tuesday afternoon in Central Florida day in June, which wasn't very hot, but was getting hot. So we didn't do quite everything. There's more to see when we go back, but you could spend a full day here. A solid half day, a full day if you want to do the hiking trails that go around it. There's actually a little higher point on these Pine Ridge trails. So keep in mind, there's a lot to see here. So that's my little side note about the Hammock Hollow Children's Garden. And these are still pictures from that garden. I took so many of them. And again, I couldn't do a video there. So this is just a kind of preemptive information about that area. Very impressive. They even have a children's entrance chair on the right-hand side that I couldn't quite fit in, but it's very fun. So Edward Bok, in his days after being this editor, became a philanthropist, and he decided to donate money back and give back to the community. And near where he lived with this big ridge, and he wanted to build a 250-acre sanctuary and build a carillon. Now you see it here in this great picture of myself. And in that carillon, they also decided to put a tower. They want to put a carillon, which is a bell system to do music. He only got to enjoy it for 1 year. He died in 1930. It was commissioned and dedicated by President Calvin Coolidge, February 1st, 1929, and it's been open to the public ever since. It is private property. There is an entrance fee of $15. There is senior discounts and a senior pass that you can get into all the time. So keep that in mind that there is a fee, but it's well worth it to see this amazing place. You saw a lot of people hanging out, even on a Tuesday afternoon. And we met a lot of locals. You'll hear an interview coming up from Jerry from Winter Haven, who has some amazing information you're not going to find on Wikipedia about this tower. So stay tuned from Jerry. He's a Brooklyn guy. You can hear it in his voice. Great guy. I mean, this guy was so eager to be interviewed. And even we had lunch later at their visitor center, which is, by the way, they have an awesome lunch and ice cream place in their visitor center. And he was awesome. So stay tuned for that. So as you go through these pictures, I mean, this is the kind of thing I like in Florida, which is the Heritage Trail, the culture of Florida. Not just the highest point, but someone who did something good with it. Put a 250-acre area in, and an estate was built next door in the 1930s by a steel magnate from Bethlehem Steel. And when that family was done with that in 1970, the estate, the garden, Bok Tower bought that too. So now there is the Pinewood estate next door to the gardens. We have footage to show you of that too. Pictures are here of coming up with that. And again, stay tuned for video tours. Very rich history. And again, with the tower on top, which you can't get in, it's not open to the public. There are exceptions to that. I'll tell you about in a minute. The view from the top's over 500 feet. There's not many places in Florida you can get that. Even Citrus Tower, if you caught my feed last weekend, that's not that high. Citrus Tower gets you pretty close, but not that high. Again, this is one of the highest points on the Florida Peninsula. And with that tower on top, it's amazing. This is the Pinewood Estate. And again, this is a property they acquired in 1970. Tours for the estate are now closed. When they are reopened, that's a special separate ticket. You have to ask about that about the visitor center. I grew up in the Northeast where everything's very historical. And by the way, 500 feet high is not a big deal in the Northeast. So the fact that this is the highest point in Florida at 300 plus a 205-foot tower is just to me, is just kind of amusing. But it's impressive. Everything's impressive as you saw from the pictures. Next up, after I finish the history, we're going to go into tours, video tours I did of the different parts of the tower. And there's concerts, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. every day. Then every hour the tower goes off. And there is recorded music, either a classical piece or someone who wrote a piece for a carillon, which is a tower bell system. There's a 60 bell system in this tower. So everything you hear is not just random bells. These are actual composed pieces. And we had a half-hour concert, which you're going to hear pieces of. And one of the videos, I actually am quiet, believe it or not, for most of the video, just to have you hear the bells ring. And you can hear these all over town. We're in the parking lot. We're kind of sheltered, but people talk about, this guy Jerry talks about, from his home, he can hear these towers, and he's miles away. So it's a pretty impressive system. So it's a 250-acre area. They have this now 8-acre estate as part of it. They have the children's garden. You saw the map out front. What's cool is, which is hard to find nowadays, actually paper maps when you arrive. The first picture I showed you is a map on the wall. Very easy to navigate. And again, I'm from the Northeast, as I was saying. I've been around a lot of things 300 years old. I've been a lot of bird sanctuaries. I've been to a lot of museums. This is impressive. This is very well done, very well kept. And they're doing a great job wherever they're getting their funding from, the COVID era where it's hard to raise money. They're doing a fantastic job. I'm sure their gate receipts are way down. But please support this place if you're in the area. It's definitely worth a side trip. And honestly, if you're going to Orlando from anywhere, it's not that far out of the way. And it's a really nice part of Florida. Very hilly compared to where I live, which is very different. All right, so the first tour I'm going to do, hey, we got comments coming in. All right, fantastic. I'll share comments in a second. And actually, I'll share it right now before the videos. Bonnie Barnes says, oh boy, she first visited Bach Towers as part of a private tour in 2006. We were able to go inside and up to the top of the tower and actually hear the Carillon played live. It was life-changing. I am so jealous because we couldn't get in there. I'm glad to hear from someone. Bonnie, woo, thank you, Bonnie. Great quote. So for special occasions, the tower is open. There's actually a Carillon library in the tower. And there's actually actually where the person plays a keyboard where they play. In my pictures, you might have saw this viewing area. There's a seating area. You can actually watch a concert. And what you are watching is the person playing the keyboard. So they have live concerts. And we were there coming up these videos I'm going to show you now as a recorded concert. We got there right in time to take some footage of the children's garden, get up to the tower, take this pre-footage, and the bells start right in the middle of this first video. So you want to stay tuned. You're going to get pieces of the concert we heard. And then one of the videos, I just go silent and let you hear this majestic area. And wait till you see the views by video from the top of this Iron Mountain Ridge. It's fantastic. So thank you, Edward Bach, for doing this. He only enjoyed it for a year, but we get to enjoy it for generations. And next up is my preview tour and lead into the concert, the 1 p.m. concert on Tuesday of this last week of the Singing Tower at Bach Tower Gardens. David Hartman here, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency in Lake Wales, Florida, but just less than an hour south of Walt Disney World at Bach Tower Estate and Gardens, dedicated in 1929 by Edward Bach, who's buried not too far from where I'm standing, to give something back to the community. And Calvin Coolidge dedicated it February 1st, 1929, just after dedicating Lakeside Inn in Mount Dora. Check out that show on my YouTube channel. Fantastic Endeavors, and please subscribe and like it and leave a comment. That's the tower. And we're leading up to a concert starting at 1. The chimes go off. The Carillon inside it goes off every half hour. And then at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock daily, they have concerts of historic recorded music. And there's the start. I'm going to show you more of the gardens around here as it starts going. Concert will be starting any minute, and we'll show you some footage from that. I'm not going to record the whole half hour, but there's a taste. Absolutely gorgeous place. Highly recommend coming. $15 a person, plus discounts for kids. And they have an amazing children's garden that I'll play some pictures of shortly and put that up here where this video is also playing. Look at that, the sun out, it's gorgeous. They list the music in the program guide. Oh, I see a fish in the pond. And today's piece, I didn't recognize it. It's a classical piece reconfigured for the Carillon, which is playing right now. Beautiful. We got goldfish. Big goldfish. See the orange moving fish? Goldfish and carp, I believe. I'll show you some of the trees over here. It's about a 10-minute walk from the visitor center to get up here. And it's just beautiful. And we got a view up ahead. Just gorgeous. Enjoy the music and the scenery. A gorgeous early June day here in Central Florida. We are at Bok Tower Estate and Gardens. Listen to their Carillon. Enjoy. Now, I must say we made out with the weather because for Central Florida in early June, it could be a lot hotter and also raining, and it was very comfortable. To put it in perspective, and you saw some pictures, but pull it up on their BokTowerGardens.org website. The Carillion's about a 10-minute walk from the parking lot of the visitor center, and that's what you go through. You pay a ticket at a gate, then you drive like 10 minutes. You see the tower in the distance. So it's a huge, massive estate. And they actually have their own orange groves, their own farm going on. You get up to the visitor center, and then there's a walk from there. So if you want to make the concerts at 1 and 3, you want to arrive on the half hour before, so you have time to go to the visitor center. There's a great display in the visitor center. They've really done a nice job of this place, and then take the walk. There's 2 different ways up there. I would take your first time the north side. That'll take you from the tower by the pond in the picture where I'm standing right now. But if not, just go the opposite way on the way back. And there are rain shelters everywhere you go because it is Central Florida and they are known for thunderstorms. As I continued the videos with the bells playing in the background, I did want to talk about the next view is going to be the view to the north, which is the main orange groves and really the big view of showing you the expanse of the area. So stay tuned for that right now. David Hartman Moore from Bok Tower Estates and Gardens in Lake Wales, Florida. The Carillion's playing a concert here, 1 o'clock daily, 3 o'clock daily. It's the 1 o'clock show. Historic music. They actually have someone playing that during certain times, live concerts. I'm just showing you the views here from where the tower sits. A gorgeous tree-lined viewing area of the tower, which I'll show you again is amazing. And a better view of the monster fish. And I want to show you the different trees in the area. It's gorgeous big oaks. Amazing tower. 200 feet high. Check out the fish. Monster catfish and goldfish. They're huge. You can feed them, but no catching. They have little fish feeders at a pond nearby. And actually right over here to our left. Very well done. Worth coming here. You can see everyone's up here for the 1 o'clock concert. And they do have at least a small piece, very small piece, every half hour. Pardon the wind. And this is set back in orange groves, Lake Wales, Florida. Even from the front gate, it's a good another 10-minute drive to get to the visitor center, and then a 10-minute walk up here. So plan your day right if you want to hear the concerts. And they have lots of sitting areas, enjoy a picnic. Amazing, again, children's garden, culinary school, multiple walking trails, and there you see orange groves in the distance. Left and right, straight ahead. When this was built, that's all that was here. Now you have some grown-up neighborhoods on the way in. Route 27 is the best way to get here. And that's very built up and all through Florida. And here's a view from that side. Even got a palm tree. Nice. Because it's Florida. Give you a better view of the tower. Definitely worth checking out. We are live from Bok Gardens and Estate, Lake Wales, Florida. Absolutely gorgeous views. It's rare in Florida to be on a hilltop like that, or Iron Mountain, the mountains they call it. In Connecticut, we call it a hilltop. to have a view like that. Again, some of those orange groves are actually part of the gardens and estate and their own farm. Others are commercial ones in the distance. But that Central Florida, if you wonder where our orange juice comes from, it's mostly in that region of Lake Wales and around that area, which is more like east of Tampa. So why are these gardens so impressive? There is a reason for this. Edward Bach, when he decided to build this sanctuary, commissioned a very famous person named Frederick Olmsted. Anyone watching can recognize that name, please put in the chat. And I'll give you kudos for this, because he's famous for at least two things that you've probably been to. And I'll say one's up northeast, one's in the mid-Atlantic. Two very famous. He is the guru of landscape architecture in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And if you were serious about doing a serious project, you hired this guy. And he did one park northeast that you've probably been to, known for big concerts. And he did a famous estate that is probably the biggest private residence in the world, at least in the U.S., in the mid-Atlantic. And his name is Frederick Olmsted. Quick shout-outs. Hey, Aunt Jean, just joining. Janice Spivak, Sherry's, Bob Langston. Good to have the diehards on. They love my little niche kind of Florida shows. Appreciate a comment from Bonnie Barnes. This is a very special place that Bonnie especially kept saying I have to go to. And I was so impressed by how much is there. You can tell by the tower behind me, and this picture was taken, there's a lot just to do just to get there. Never mind the impressive visitor center, the impressive lunch place, and they have an outdoor grill area for the culinary classes, the children's garden. There's a lot going on at this place, but don't just take my word for it. Here's the levity break of the show. Take Jerry from Winter Haven's word for it. Check out this guy's accent. He left Brook. Actually, I'll let you tell his story for himself. We met this guy, took his group picture, and I'm like, I got to interview this guy about this place because he lives right around the corner and goes there all the time. So here it is, Jerry from Winter Haven telling us about Bach Tower. I'm here with Jerry from Winter Haven here at Bach Tower and Estates. Hey, Jerry, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm at Bach Tower listening to the beautiful chimes.
Very good. Good to fellow Northeasterner. I'm from
I'm a Brooklyn
Connecticut.
guy. I guess you could actually see that the way I talk.
Exactly. I know that accent everywhere. So please tell us how long you've been coming here and what do you know about Bach Tower?
Well, actually, I came down here years ago to be a football coach, teacher at Wake Wales High School, 95.
Okay.
So basically everybody, when you drove by to the high school, you would see it and you would hear it. And I'd come up with my kids. Of course, they're not kids no more. They're married and everything else. But I do know that the seniors in high school in Lake Wales, when they're seniors, they're allowed to get into the tower and we'll go all the way to the top.
Wow.
The school is not that big, so about maybe 10, 15 at a time. That was always a great honor for them to graduate.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can we go up top today?
No, I wish you could, but I don't have the pull I used to have. I'm not coaching there no more. And then before I said, the guy in charge, Bart, he was from the Dutch, and they took him 5 years, and I just found out that he is buried underneath the tower.
He's interred here, yes.
He's interred. And this area is the highest point in the state of Florida.
Thank you for saying that. I heard that rumors walking in here.
It is how you could see all around this area and stuff. It's just a wonderful place. What I see here today is a lot of senior citizens probably have senior passes, and probably what they do is they come up here to meditate, read a book, and just a nice place to get away from all the crazy stuff that's going around in the world. It's a little tranquility today.
I agree. It's an amazing place. And Jerry, thank you for joining us today. And please go back to enjoying time with your family.
And appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Jerry's awesome. I want to have him on my show like every episode. He's fantastic. You got to love that accent. I grew up around that. I'm from Connecticut. My cousins are from Nassau County, Long Island, which is just outside the city boroughs of Long Island. And to meet a Brooklyn guy who moved from Brooklyn to become a football coach in Lake Wales, used to go up there with his team when they graduated, with his kids when they graduated. So the tower is not open to the public, but open for special occasion. Bonnie Barnes been up there, which I'm very jealous about, by the way. She didn't talk about that when we went there. And now, just for special reasons, if you want to see the library, if you're a kid in high school there, which I'm sure they stopped doing that because of COVID, but just go there and enjoy that, and maybe someday you get invited up to the top of the tower, and maybe I'll do a show from there someday. So who knows? To continue our tours, thank you, Jerry. He was so nice to us, and he said he promised to watch this today. And thank you again for the insights and the information. And nowhere could you find out anywhere else that the local high school kids from Lake Wales, Florida, will go up there and they're seniors. That is just awesome. I love intel like that. Next up, one last tower video. Then we'll continue on with a couple of videos of the rest of the state. So this is just more up for you guys. I have a little bit of an intro, and this is just to hear the music. So this is like dead in the middle of the concert, the half-hour concert. I mean, this was a pre-recorded version, not a live version, someone playing, of the Carillon bells, the 60 bell system in the tower playing along. And a gorgeous day in Central Florida this last Tuesday. So enjoy it right now. A concert from the Singing Tower in Bok Tower Gardens.
Another shot of Bok Tower here at Bok Tower Estates and Garden, Lake Wales, Florida. Gonna stay quiet this time, let you enjoy the concert and the beautiful views of the tower on a gorgeous early June day in Lake Wales, Florida. Just about an hour drive south of Walt Disney World, not too far from Legoland.
Right here, we're taking a family photo. Family photo. Right here. Right here. You gotta get this too. So is this your first year? This is it. It's been a while. President of the United States. Nice to meet you. Oh, this guy's behind us. Oh, okay.
Signing off from Bok Tower.
How beautiful is that? Looks like something out of a movie. By the way, the voices in the end there were Jerry's family coming up, and that led to our selfie, which led to his interview. But that was for you guys, just to give you an idea of what it looks like every day from 1 and 3 half-hour concerts. Every hour there is a long bells. There's the bell of the hour, but then they have a little piece. If you go to boktowergardens.org, they have all their music laid out for the week. Very impressive how well run this place is, how well run their website and social media is. And it truly is a special place. And part of these 250-acre gardens is a lot to explore. So next up, I want to show you part of the Olmsted Landscape Gardens. Olmsted's a very famous landscape architect. I'm waiting for someone to figure out who he is and what famous park he designed and famous estate he designed, but I'll give it away at the end. But this is the guy, if you wanted something very special, landscape architecture for your estate or for a park, this is who you hired. And here is it right now, a video of some of the walking trails right on the way from the visitor center to the Bach Tower. And there's other trails too. Then there's a trail to Pinewood Estates, which we end up taking. In this video, I say we're not going to go there. We end up going there because we had time. And then there's a whole separate trail outside that that was too hot for that day. So you can spend a lot of days there just checking out the different trails. And the professionalism done in the design and the maintenance of these trails is phenomenal. So check it out right now. These are the Olmsted Landscape Gardens at Bach Tower Gardens.
Bach Tower Estate and Gardens here on the walking trails from the tower going back to the visitor center. Here's the North Walk. They also have Pinewood Estate, which currently here in June 2021 is closed. There's some mulberry. Beautiful. But you can't walk around it. They have a separate ticket to tour historic 1932 Mediterranean estate. That is part of the property now. They have lots of well-kept shrubbery, plants, herbs. It's coniflower. There's a squirrel running around. Just a gorgeous early June day here. A little warm, not terrible. Lots of shade. Plenty of places to sit, read a book, hang out, check your social media, watch Dave's show. Some palladium. And the trails are intersecting. You can come here 100 times and not walk the same trail twice. And here's the estate entrance, which again, I'm not going to go over there because it's not open, just walking trails around it. And the walk continues. Beautiful. There's a mixture of asphalt trails, well-groomed nature trails, and there's the walking trails beyond this that are kind of more in the open heat, so not a good day for that. And like I said, plenty of places to sit.
Again, very professionally done, amazingly maintained. This place is first grade class when it comes to a conservancy, a bird sanctuary, whatever they want to call it. They do an amazing job. As soon as you walk in the visitor center, like this place is the real deal. And I love the fact most locals who live there and have passes just come there to read and meditate and hang out. They're very big on their senior pass system. It is Florida, you know, so, and they come up there and just to chill and enjoy. I mean, how could you not? I mean, look at all the oak trees. They put over 1,000 oak trees. I mean, go to Wikipedia and see the stats. I won't read them off and bore you guys, but just the stats back in 27 to 29 when the tower was built, and Olmsted came in and did his magic, which he's done around the country back then. And the staff currently maintains all that's there. And thankfully in Central Florida, they don't do a lot of hurricanes, a lot of thunderstorms and hurricanes have passed through, but really the estates have, as they were designed by Frederick Law Olmsted back in the 1920s, was the most famous landscape architects of all time. And someone please tell me in the chat what he's famous for in the Northeast. I'll give it away soon. Okay, next up was a diversion we kind of passed on the video here. And I said, well, we got to check it out. It wasn't open because of COVID. In the future, it will be a separate ticket. Pinewood Estate was a 1932 Mediterranean style house. I worked on a similar house in Georgetown, Washington, D.C., very historic home there. The fortunate opportunity to have a client there. And I say that in this video. And the Baron had it for 40 years. The family in 1970, Bach Tower Gardens acquired it and made it part of the program. So you can always tour the outside, and then the inside, which has been pristine, preserved as how the owners had it back in the 60s. And it will be open back then soon as a separate guided tour. So check it out right now. I got two different videos, one of around the house itself when you walk up to it, and one of this amazing backyard. So this is just still part of this same area. We were walking, the two videos you're going to see now are walking back from the tower to the visitor center. This was a little tangent that we took. So check out right now Pinewood Estate at Bach Tower Gardens.
We're on the trail to Pinewood Estate here at Bach Tower Estate and Gardens, showing off the beautiful walking trails between the visitor center and the tower. And as I said in previous clips, there's numerous places to explore. The tower itself is a destination with their music every half hour, concerts 1 to 3. And then here is the state, National Registered Historic Landmark. It's a gift from the Bostics. It's a Mediterranean style home, very popular in Florida. And it's now a protected piece of the estate property. Normally open with a separate ticket, but again, due to the recent pandemic, closed. But you can walk the gardens. They're very well kept up, and there's the home. For those of you seeing all the walking here, and that's not for you, there is a shuttle that runs in normal times that will be coming back soon. Give you a quick just walking tour, which is all they have right now. There's a shuttle to the tower, there's a shuttle top here. There's actually a road right here, a driveway of the estate that can be rode on with a shuttle. Check it out, beautiful. I worked on a home like this in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. Old kind of Mediterranean style home. It was awesome. The Hallandale Mansion, right in the middle of Georgetown, D.C. Kept up very well. And the estate is closed, that sign says. We give you an outside video tour instead. It's all part of your main ticket, $15 a person to come in here. Panning across this monster bushel of bamboo. Look at that. That is so cool. Beautiful yard. Look at those trees. Absolutely gorgeous. It's another hidden gem here at Bok Tower Estate and Gardens.
Now that's my kind of house. Beautiful, huge. You'll get a better idea from the backside in the video coming up next. And again, now we were just going there like, oh, we didn't want to go there. Okay, let's go over. And on the map, it looks like just like a, rectangular house. You go there like, whoa. Then you see how about that bamboo? I mean, how long has that been grown there? And then wait till you see the backyard coming up next. By the way, when you go that way, there are bathrooms at the tower, bathrooms at the visitor center. There are bathrooms in the backyard of the house right where that video ended. So for those of you in a big area that want a bathroom, that's where one is. So you'll see that video right here. Where I'm going to show you next is a great area to picnic. A lot of locals come in there and picnic. And check it out right now. This is the backyard of Pinewood Estate, which is now part of Bok Tower Gardens, has been since 1970.
The backside of Pinewood Estate here at Bok Tower Gardens. It's a private residence until 2016, then donated to the Bok Tower Estate to be managed by them and their community. Please donate and join as a member if you come here to support this wonderful organization. And the real magic happens here in the backyard. So make sure you walk by the bathrooms, walk across the garage doors, and walk in this beautiful backyard. People picnicking, people hanging out, just enjoying the quiet serenity of this beautiful area in Lake Wales, Florida. And look at these trees. Plenty of places to chill. And look at this branch of this tree, beautiful. And there's a new friend we made who's looking for his wife and 2-year-old. Good luck. Plenty of places to explore. Don't get lost. Just past springtime, but some flowers still blooming. Early summer here in Florida, and it's not too bad today, but the breeze could be much hotter. People here just finished a picnic. And look at this tree. Wow. Here comes some breeze. Keep us cool. Walk down the hill a little bit and show you a good view of the backside of this house. Pinewood Estate here at Bok Tower Gardens, Lake Wells, Florida. So much to explore. Definitely worth the $15 admission price per adult. Cheaper rates for kids. You just Google Bok Tower Lake Wales online for information. And they cater to families and groups. Now back to the show.
Again, another amazing piece of Bok Tower Gardens. Pinewood Estate is just beautiful. You can actually walk down that grass hill to the water as that man with his wagon done. Funny story was, I saw him by the bathroom, this wagon. I thought he worked there. I thought he was a landscaper. And he comes through. He goes, "Hey, have you seen a woman and a 2-year-old?" I'm like, "No, can't help you." I'm like, "Oh, it's someone looking for his wife and kid who are down by the water all the way down there." Just, again, this is why so many locals go there. Where else can you hear these Carillon bells play? The singing tower in concert twice a day. Every hour, it's not just a chime of the hour. There's a piece that plays every hour, like a 5-minute piece. And then 1 and 3 p.m. every day, a half-hour concert. Then they have live concerts where you sit in an area with the tower in sight and watch on a video monitor the man actually play. It's actually an art form. It's a musician actually plays a Carillon. They have a Carillon library inside of many works that these composers and musicians can play from. Absolutely an amazing place. To find out more, again, the website is boktowergardens.org, and very well done website. Follow their social media and do go there. Where is this place? Central Florida, Lake Wales, off Route 27. Ironically, if you saw my video last week from the Citrus Tower, that's also on Route 27, but that's northwest of Disney World. This is due south of Disney down 27. The best way to get there is the turnpike from Vero Beach, come down Route 60 west. We'll take you into 27, take you right into Lake Wales. And from there, just follow the signs. Obviously, GPS will take you there. When you're in the area, by the way, around the corner is Spook Hill. You got to check this out. I'm not going to show any pictures because it's an optical thing and I don't want to kind of lead you in it. Don't Google it. Don't look for pictures. It's on GPS. Just go there and find it. It's on 5th Street, and check out this hill and follow the instructions. It's one of these optical illusion things that's very, very cool. Didn't work for me, but doesn't mean it wouldn't work for you. But check that out. That's right around the corner. Thank you, Jerry, for coming on the show. Not only did he do an awesome interview and give us some intel about how local high school kids senior year go up in the tower, he told us where to go. Spook Hill. Never heard of it. I've heard about hills like this, one in England, especially that Andrew McCarthy been to on a show. The first time I've been to one, and it's pretty neat. So check that out. Thank you again, Jerry. Thank you, Bonnie, for helping out the show and recommending this, and a great testimony. I'm still jealous that she's been on the tower and I haven't. Got to fix that. And please, these places are hidden gems that rely on our support. Do what you can to go there and at least pay an entrance fee, because that really goes a long way. It's worth the $15. Trust me. The estate is gorgeous and beautiful as everything I saw today. And as always, if you need help planning any of your vacations or guidance, contact me at David Hartman, 305-453-9208, or dave@bucketwishtrip.com, because I am your travel agent for whatever you need. Thank you all for being here today. If you watch this on recording, please rewind to the beginning and comment. I always go back to all my shows and comment. Like it wherever you're watching it and share it. And please subscribe to our social media by liking the pages you're watching on, or subscribe to our Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel. Enjoy the Journey playlist has all my shows the past, year and a half now almost going on. This is show number 65. And keep in mind that we do a lot of Disney-oriented shows too. They also appear up on YouTube. Next week, be back here on the home studio and a preview of my upcoming cruise on June 26th, and with a travel update. I haven't picked a specific theme yet, but a lot has gone on in travel, especially in the cruise industry. This one, I can't say it's going to be a cruising update, but I do want to kind of get information out there, everyone, because it's changing hourly around the world is where you can travel now. Where you could travel today versus 2 weeks ago has changed dramatically. So I'm going to give you a quick, maybe half-hour show update on that, and also preview my cruise June 26th through July 3rd on Celebrity Edge, round trip Fort Lauderdale, Western Caribbean cruise. Amazing ship. I've been on before for her inaugural. first cruise with paying guests from U.S. waters, U.S. ports in 15 months. And I was gladly paid full price for a suite booked on this cruise. I said, I got to be on this. And yes, of course, I'll be live streaming, doing shows and feeds from that ship. If you want to join me, I have an event listed on my David W. Hartman page, or directly message me. There are plenty of cabins available. It's going to be a pretty wide open ship, whoever goes. So it's going to be pretty spoiled treatment. And Celebrity does cruising well. Price point's a little higher than most cruise lines, but check out that coming out. Appreciate you guys being on today. As always, have a fantastic Sunday. As next week, it'll be a Saturday show because I'll be with my dad fishing on Sunday. So it'll be a Saturday, probably evening show next week with a travel industry update of where you can travel now. It changes hourly. Appreciate you guys being on, and we'll see you next week.